Yes, folks, what's going on? This is the Dark Linear here, bringing you another video. Yeah, man. First and foremost, I'm not gonna do a review of. Well, no, I'm gonna keep this review of the Batman short and sweet because I went to see it in the cinema. I went to see it obviously the first weekend. I went with two of my mates. It was wicked. It was great. It was fantastic. And that's only just talking about the IMAX experience. The film, however, yeah, no, the film was lit. The film was absolutely what I thought it'd be. Fan-blooming-tastic. I did actually say that it would be the best of all the combined Christopher Nolan movies. I will say 2 out of 3 it does well. Batman Begins, I think it just about beats it, and The Dark Knight Rises, it basically really devours that film. As for Dark Knight, the Dark Knight film movie, yeah, no, it almost does well, but doesn't quite hit the mark. I do for the Dark Knight flushed out the Joker as a villain much more grand than they did with the Riddler. Although the Riddler was fantastically portrayed by Paul Dano, I really gave you an eccentric view of how he looks and of how he acts. The riddles that was B's performing, the twists, the questions, the very investigation nature of the Batman movie, along with Gordon, the Detective Gordon. It was fantastic. It was really good. I mean, 3 hours. Yeah, I mean, it lagged a tiny bit, but it was basically breathless. I enjoyed that movie. I went to see that twice. So yeah, I would say for those that are on the fence about Robert Pattinson, then please, yeah, he quashes those. All of this talk of Twilight and his beginnings and connecting him back to that. He's moved on a long time since then, so give the man his respect. He's definitely defined his roles in different films, and he's grown so much and as an actor, and his talent is coming through. And wow, I'll tell you what he does in terms of with his eyes, in terms of the slight, the stares, the gazes, the pauses, the almost inquisitive nature, the looking back and forth. It's all scaled really well, and you can read so much what's going on without him saying anything at all. Conveying so much emotion of what is happening in the whole scene, and it doesn't have. You don't need anything words to explain. The dialogue doesn't have to be even there. So. Yeah, the Batman, fantastic movie. Can't wait for the sequel because I know they've done multiple branches where it can go, and definitely sets up a lot. If you're gonna reboot the DC world, yeah, you're gonna have to do it this way. The Batman is definitely the right way to go. Go back to the drawing board. Talk to Matthew Reeves. As well as Robert Pattison. There doesn't have to be really intricate connections with the rest of the DC characters. It could just be its own. But if you were going to, at least for the third movie, there has to be at least maybe one potential character that could. But I think you could literally go really on a tangent here. But it really depends on how the future will hold, and I actually do believe that Warner Brothers are going to look very closely at rebooting the DC world via the Batman. So yeah, that's my short review. Definitely go and see it. Yeah, definitely go and see it. This video really, I wanted to really talk about really the constant brought up of a particular man right here, Mr. Ben Affleck. Don't get me, I love Ben Affleck. I think he's fantastic. When he was chosen to play the role as Bruce Wayne when we first saw him in Batman vs Superman, I was ecstatic. I was so looking forward to it, and I saw his performance. It dwarfed it. It was absolutely amazing. Really good. I do have issues with the film, although the theatrical version I went to see, A lot of people rave on about the director's cut, which is absolutely a different movie and puts into context so many things. So at some point I will order that and I will watch it for myself to give it first rating. But yeah, Ben Affleck is such a qualified, skilled actor. So after Batman vs Superman, we were really looking forward to seeing what he would be, and we heard he was developing the story and the script for the solo movie, his version of the Batman. And it just recently, I think some images which you can probably see about now of what he was going to look like in the film, and obviously it looks very well, the outfit looks fantastic, it looks really definitely brought back into it's got a mixture of very tactical gear, very almost like Dark Knight-esque, but with its own threads. And I'm not gonna lie, it would have been really, really great to have seen his take on it, really, truly. I mean, a lot of people are saying that that there might be possibilities of him reprising his role, returning back, and we have to look at the Flash movie as giving us the answers of what happens. I mean, basically that film would have to explain everything in terms of where it's going to go. That is the out. So we'd have to wait and see where that goes. So yeah. But yeah, going back, like I said, to talking about Ben Affleck as the Batman, I was looking forward to it. And there's always been this constant comparison between obviously the Batman characters and the actors that manifest, and Christian Bale brought into the mix as well, and everyone's obviously judging and picking on who should be the Batman or who should be wearing the cowl. And Affleck, although he was due to wear the cowl, obviously, but Robert Pattison obviously really making the character his own, and you can see there's definitely room for Bruce Wayne to definitely grow. And although you can't really see the differentiation between him and the Batman in this movie, it was definitely, you could see that in the sequel we might be able to see a bit more of his character and his personality a lot more. But I felt, for what Matt Reeves was giving for the film, we needed to see a bit of a brooding manifestation of Bruce Wayne, him coming off the trauma of losing his parents. And I think that must have been deep within his subconscious sort of things, to almost avenge his parents by taking vengeance upon sprawling across the city of Gotham, and him doing his own way of justice. So but it would have been fantastic to have seen Ben Affleck's portrayal, this very older, gruff, almost like the Batman Returns in the comic book, his look of a brooding Bruce Wayne, in terms of, coming from a very, almost like a post-war type veteran who's just been out in the battle and out in the fields, and he's obviously coming back home, into home being Gotham, and he's putting on the cowl one more time, really, to do battle. It's really, really a shame, but you never know what the future holds. For a while I never thought that we would be looking at people still talking about the Snyder Cut and the Snyderverse, and then wanting to restore it. Personally, I feel like there's badgering an actor, and there's bothering an actor, and then it's obviously encouraging them. And I think in terms of, it's the first two. I think I feel like there's a certain amount of pressure that Ben has had to endure, as well as personal things, but also having to embody the character. And I think over and over being asked question after question about his involvement with the Batman over and over. I mean, it must be a point of like, okay, enough is enough. What about my other projects? Will they get that same love? Will they get the same support? Maybe they would. Maybe they will. But it's just this constant overgoing, of wanting an actor to constantly be in the forefront to play this particular character. And sometimes I feel like these DC people, that they're like children, you know. I want, you know, and they don't get satisfied until they get it, you know. It's like, you know, give a mouse a cookie, you know, they ask for more, you know. It's sometimes, you know, you got to be adult about these things, you know. I mean, if he has said that he's walked away from that, then respect that, you know. Allow him to leave, allow him to leave his dignity, you know. The hound video after video you have to see online with people making these ridiculous claims on he's going to come back, this, that, the other. I mean, we don't know. We really don't know. I mean, this has been going on for like past like almost like a year now. And again, like I said, this might be premature. And if he comes back, I'll be clapping for him. I'll be saying, okay, well done. But, you know, also I think people need to take into consideration people's mental, you know, fatigue, you know, because their mental, you know, pressure and being and thinking that, you know, everything has to be shown and all the time, you know. It's like every time video after video, social media going through, is he coming back, isn't he, you know, Henry Cavill, you know, Gal Gadot, you know, Jason Momoa, you know. But anyway, like I said, the Flash movie is going to determine what's going to happen. So hopefully after that film, whatever happens, leave it dead, and, you know, leave it buried, and maybe people can jump on board Robert Pattinson's Batman, you know, because a lot of people are loving this film. A lot of people are very keen, you know. Only people who have been supporting the Snyder Cut have been hating madly on this. You know, a few have liked it, but let's just be real, you know. There's a few that have been really being thrown, you know, going ham, you know, which is wrong, you know. So yeah, I mean, that's my 2 cents worth, really. I just think that, you know, I think, you know, well, I think Matt Reeves brought a fantastic reveal, a great portrayal of a very legendary hero, the beginning of a character in the film that doesn't get called Batman. Him just calls vengeance, you know. I think they should go into the sequel questioning about the why the bat is, you know. Maybe that should be something, you know, because we don't really get to hear or know that. So is it an important thing? No, not really, but it'd be interesting. But I think, like I said, as for now, rest assured that, you know, yeah, this was a great film. Man, if there's a director's cut, please, Matt Reeves, you know, throw whatever you want in there, you know. I really loved the tone, the flavor, the scenery, the atmosphere. Everything was dark, very haunting, very eerie. Like I had a ravenous nature about the whole thing, you know. It was definitely like it was gonna like swallow you up, you know, every time, you know, that the darkness was just there. Yeah, but that's basically what I wanted to really say, you know. Again, like I said, just going through websites, them highlighting about, you know, Pattison's portrayal from Ben Affleck's portrayal, and, you know, it's he's just yeah, you know, I think, like I said, he's delivered a fantastic, you know, embodiment of the character. And also, like I said, it's proven well in sales, you know, over 400 million worldwide thus far. So that's a well done to you. Well done. Anyway, that's all I got to say. What do you guys think? You know, do you think they were right to hire Robert Pattison? Do you think he is the future? Maybe Ben Affleck is the past, you know. I mean, he's done a fantastic portrayal of the Batman in the past films. You know, I don't think he's got nothing to prove. You know, he has definitely, you know, earned his hierarchy of being one of the close Batmans there have been. But, you know, maybe it's time for you guys to just admit it and say, look, enough's enough, you know. Maybe it's best to hang that cow and you know, and respect that and just support his work. You know, if you're a fan of him, then support his work. Is Ben Affleck done? Yeah, you know, it's Robert Pattison, like I said, is he the future? You know, where do you see it going? You know, what happens with the Batman? What happens, okay, let's go obscure. Let's go. What if they brought them both? You know, if this is going through the multiverse, then maybe they'll bring them together. Maybe, well, not together, but maybe they'll have 2 versions of the Batman, or 3 with Michael Keaton as well involved. So Lord, it's like the Spider-Verse, but with the Batman. So yeah, I think interesting times ahead. We've got interesting times ahead. So watch this space. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. It'd be great if you want to subscribe. It'd be great to sort of get some more members. I want to sort of build a community here, and yeah, man, we rip hard up here in these streets. And yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching this video up to this point, and I will catch you soon with another video. Peace.